Yo, welcome to the Sports Life Talk experience. This is your new favorite show. I am the mouth of the South, B. Jones.
And I am the head coach, KT, and we want to welcome you to the Sports Life Talk family.
Hey, that's right, family. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family members around here.
So do your play cousins a favor and like this video.
Hey, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button because your support will go a long way to help this channel. Hey, have fun and enjoy the show.
What's up, Sports Life Talk Nation? I am Jennifer Sepielli, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Yeah, SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We're talking to rising stars in our community who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today, we got a special one in store for you guys today. We're going to teach y'all how to play a little defense. Yeah, that's right. We got the CEO and creator of Defense on a String, former head coach of IMG Academy, straight out of Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family, Jennifer Sepielli. Did I say that correct?
Sepielli.
Sepielli, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. How you doing today, Coach? I'm just gonna call you Coach from now on because I'm gonna butcher the name.
That's fine. I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
We doing great. We doing great. Well, check this out. If you rock with us in the past, welcome back. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, allow me to introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, a true Louisianimal, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, sir?
B. Jones, I'm doing great. And I probably shouldn't admit this on air, but as a teacher, when you have a certain kid that's not there and your class just goes great. So my day was great, B. Jones. Just long story short, I had a great time.
Shots fired. Oh my goodness. I hope that little kid don't watch this show.
Well, they don't know. It's like 300 of them. They don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, check this out, Coach. Before we get to what's your nickname, Coach J? Can we call you Coach J? What they call you out there?
Or they called me Coach Sep.
All right,
but
Coach Sep. No, I like Coach Sep. All right, before we get to Coach Sep's incredible journey, her story is crazy. We got to pay the bills, and that's right. First and foremost, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If this is your first time, hey, listen, once again, special thank you. We want to give you the opportunity to become a part of our Sports Life Talk family and Sports Life Talk tradition. On the count of three, we need all of y'all out there in Bradenton, Florida, all of y'all out there in South Florida. It don't matter. Show us some love by locking in with us. On the count of three, please smash that subscribe button and smash that like button. Coach, you ready?
I'm ready.
Fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the family. That's right. We don't do any followers. We don't do no fans. We do family members. And now, if you smash that like button and that subscribe button, you are now my kinfolk. You are part of the Sports Life Talk family. All right. Without further ado, y'all see him. Y'all see the logo. Y'all already heard me tease it up. We got a special one in store for y'all. But before we get to your story, Coach Sep, we got to play the Sports Life Talk initiation. Are you ready to become part of the family?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right, Coach J. To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Ooh, top 5. Let's go with Tupac, Jay-Z, Drake,
Ooh.
Nas,
Ooh.
and Biggie.
She played us, KT. She
sure
played us.
did.
She
Oh,
played us. Oh, that's cold. That's cold. I ain't gonna put you out there, coach. But you know, you had us on pins and needles. She said, I ain't got no top 5. I ain't gonna do it.
You can do it.
That's
She
cold blooded.
came out here and just spit hot fire, man. She did
Heat. Your heat, Kevin. What you giving her, man?
Like I said, I've been pretty generous this year, Bree Jones. 2023 is the year of giving.
We running out of change.
Oh, well. I mean, Coach she's a CEO. She can shoot or something. Give her 8. Give her 8.
Just an 8?
Kevin,
Well, no, the standard is 5. So I gave you 8.
He gave you some lane yap. He gave you 3 over the bar.
Okay, let's go.
I'm trying to be in one of your commercials. That's all. All right. So
I got you.
who is your favorite superhero and why?
So I'm gonna say my mom and dad.
There you go.
Really cut. I'm proud of the cloth I'm cut from. I am cut from some really, really good people. Just did things the right way through life. I just watched that growing up. My father has passed away. But my mother and dad both just wonderful human beings, always did the right thing no matter what, and just kind to people. So I was just very lucky. So I don't look any further than my parents.
All right, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
I gotta think about that one. Theme song. I don't know. I don't have that one. Sorry, I'm struggling with that one.
Take your
I
time.
have to come back on that one.
What is a song that you listen to before a game?
That's a good one. Good question. What you listen to get you hyped?
You know what? I mean, I've coached for so long, so it was just in the kids, what they wanted to listen to. And I wasn't that person to ever dictate, I let the kids rock out their generation, their songs. So I don't know. I got to come back on that one. I got to.
All right, we're gonna let the family decide your theme song. So in the comments, y'all leave us Coach Sep's theme song, and if you come up with something, Coach, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it if you come up with something.
All right. So if you can shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Mark Cuban.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ain't waffle on that one, did you? You knew it was Mark Cuban off Jump Street, huh?
I've always been a fan of Shark Tank. Obviously, he's done it both. He's so involved in basketball and how he handles the Dallas Mavericks and his team, and also, like I said, his business side of things. I'd love to shadow him for a day.
No doubt, we need him to sponsor our show. All right, so if you hit that subscribe button and think about doing so, please do, and leave us your top 5, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. On behalf of the SRT Nation, I want to welcome Coach Jay to our family. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Yeah, well, welcome to the family, Coach Sep. And we are so excited to have you on here. Your story is truly a special one. And I'm very excited to be a part of this journey because I know what you're going to do after the show is going to be like exponentially huge. You are truly a innovator and a trailblazer. But with that being said, Kevin talked about the superhero. You know why we ask you that? Because we feel like every person that comes on You Got Next is a superhero. And every superhero has a superhero origin story. And it ain't always the prettiest, right? So let's start at the beginning of your superhero origin story. Let's go back to Fort Myers, Florida. How was it like for you growing up, and when did you fall in love with basketball?
It was great growing up. We were back in that day where you went outside, you could play, you felt safe.
Till the street lights came on. Till the street lights came on, yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think you see that anymore. So I'm just very appreciative for the time that I grew up and that, we got roughed up outside, that we felt safe playing, that our parents felt safe allowing us being outside. So my story starts with being outside. My brother and sister never would let me hoop with them. They said I was too little. So I always had to figure things out by myself. So I think that what inspired me to kind of stay after it. I was the one that ended up making it to college on an athletic scholarship. So that's where my story began in Fort Myers, Florida.
Now, it's something to say, hey, I fell in love with basketball. I think a lot of people fell in love with basketball, but not too many can take it to the next level. Let's just be honest. You know, you played, not only did you take it to the next level, but you went from a community college to another university of South Florida, which, I mean, I don't know if they were Division I at the time. They Division I right now, right? So tell us a little bit about when did you realize that, you know, like, hey, I'm actually good playing basketball. This is something I want to pursue as a career, as a future. I want to pay for my college through this mode, through this vehicle.
Yeah, in high school. I loved it in high school. We were on a very competitive team. I first played for a private high school, Bishop Rowe, and then Mariner High School. So everyone on my team kind of had that same goal. So we were focused since high school with that, kind of kept us on the straight and narrow. In my family, we were there was no question you were going to college. So, you know, it was just a way of paying for college through basketball. But I just always loved it. And like I said, back in that day, and I don't see kids necessarily do that now, we went from practice to going on the outside hoops just because we loved it. I mean, it was just, no one had to tell us to put more work in. So it was just in our blood, in our veins back then. I mean, we didn't do it for social media. No one knew what we were doing. We just loved it. We enjoyed it.
Coach, I don't know if I want to play for you because I can already kind of tell you she threw a little bit of something at you. She already said we have all that. So I'm just imagining being in the gym with you. I bet you be on them. Hey, what you gonna tweet it? Go on, tweet it. Go on, put it out there and then get on that line.
My kid. Listen, I also try to be understanding of a different generation. I don't want to be the old head who takes anything away from this generation and kind of what their thing is. And social media, I get it. It's their thing. And so I want to respect that. I just want to make sure there's a balance because I think I was more blessed to be away from all that. It kind of kept you sheltered and maybe your mistakes didn't hit highlight reels on go viral. So, I feel like, it was better that we didn't have that. But all my players always knew that. Definitely loved my kids up, but very hard on them, held them to high standards because I think when you hold people to a certain standard, they'll hit that mark for you. So my kids know I always had high standards.
I have a 19-year-old KT. We both are family guys. I promise you, we could do a whole 30-minute episode, a round table on technology in this new youth movement. But just real quickly though, I found that intriguing that you were able to go from a community college to South Florida. What happened there? I mean, did your skills get better? Did you just fall into the right opportunities? How did that come together? I
wanted to stay in Tampa. I wanted to stay close to my parents that were in Fort Myers, Florida. So Coach Fernandez knew me he coached for Miami Senior on the men's side. So I took a year off and was just going to school at USF. And I remember I was in a management class and the guy talked about kind of, sticking with what you wanted in life and, kind of just being like, headstrong, hey, that's what you want, you're going to go for it. So at that point, I realized I'm not leaving Florida and I'm not leaving USF. I went there to get my finance degree. So I just went in and sat down to Coach Fernandez and told him, this is kind of my plan. Do you have tryouts? Do you have anything like that coming up? So that following year, he did, and he gave me a scholarship.
I was about to say, I know you had to show him you can get buckets, though. You had to show him you can do a little something. You can bust a grape now.
Yeah, and again, that's where I don't know. I can't relate to people blaming anybody because I know back then, and again, I give credit definitely to any and everybody who helped me and who coached me in my prior years. But when it came down to it, like I was okay walking in that office. I was okay saying this is where I want to go and I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to go have this conversation. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get right. And if this is where I want to be, then I'm going to make a way.
Well, I want to spend some time talking about IMG, but we might have to come back to it because we got to talk about the elephant in the room. And on our Wednesday night show, Kevin and I, we go live every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Central. We had a debate. Me and Kevin had a very healthy debate. Sometimes they get a little out of hand, but for the most part, they're healthy. And I dispute this past week was on these teams, these players scoring 50 points. And I just feel like it's becoming a regular. Every night, we got a new NBA star that's scoring 50 points a game. I can't remember, it was somebody last night dropped 50. I think Julius Randle put up 42. And it bothers me because I remember when Michael Jordan scored 55, that was like all we talked about, like, oh, Jordan scored 55. Like, it was so dope. But you know what it comes down to? People don't play defense no more. So when I see a product that comes out of the ether, that's starting at the youngest level, at the youth, and it is helping to teach these kids the mechanics, the techniques, the footwork, and the effort that it takes to play defense, I gotta stop down and applaud you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Tell us about this magnificent product, Defense on the String, because I kind of want to wear one just myself. Just put it around and just toss Kevin around. Be like, you're too far away. You got to come over here because you know he ain't gonna be able to move me. I'm gonna be able to move him all day long. But tell us a little bit about Defense on the String.
So I've been coaching for 14 years, and you know, I remember back when I was at Hillsborough Community College, you were always wondering ways of you know, the only way you could do it is communicate, quote unquote, yell, keep reiterating to your players where you wanted them to be. So then it started with a rope, and that wasn't always the best way to do things, because obviously if the girls weren't moving, you're going to almost have, you know, marks on your stomach from a rope, which eventually turned into one long bungee to actually creating the product. But the product was created for the same reason I think most coaches struggle defensively as far as trying to teach and reiterate what they need defensively. And like I said, I think some of it is the kids holding themselves accountable. And then I think some players need more hands-on with it, right? They need a tool or instrument to really assist in what you're trying to say to them. Like, I don't think it's always, they just aren't listening. So this product forces that movement, right? When one person moves, everyone's going to feel that tug and everyone's going to be forced to now move when the ball moves. So it improves, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to tell everybody, y'all please go just Google Defense on the String, or y'all could go to her website, www.defenseonthestring.com, and actually see this product in motion. You can actually see different levels, even up to the big kids, right? We're talking about grown people actually with this device and how it works as a team. And I want you to tell everybody kind of like the science, the strategy that works behind it, because I'm trying to feel like if I'm at a certain position, like Kevin was talking about, you know, I'm out of position, so all of a sudden I feel that direction. That's my mental reminder that I need to be shifting my feet and moving. Kind of tell us a little bit about the science behind, or the psychology behind this device.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just like what you said. So whether it's man-to-man, it's not just for zone, it's for man-to-man and zone principles. Like I said, whether you're in man or zone, when the ball moves, everybody's supposed to get to their next position, whatever that may be. So that's what it forces. If everyone's connected, and let's say I'm closing out in ball and you're behind me, if you weren't going to move before, you're going to have to move now that you're connected. So like I said, it's just a great technique for muscle memory. It helps foot speed with those, you know, getting in those positions. So if someone, you know, I know when I was coaching, I taught defense every day. Like, I was big on that being a part of my practice, just like offense is. So I think we were good at defense because, like I said, it was something that the kids had to buy into. It was something they were going to practice every day. So like I said, you put on the strings, you put on the bungees, all of a sudden what you're saying there, whether you coach it or not, you know, sometimes they've made videos out there that, you know, without saying a word, because you don't have to necessarily say anything, and you're going to see the kids are having to move.
Get it. Yeah, they go get it.
Yeah, what I like about it too is, like I said, if I'm closing out and you don't move, and so your weight is holding me back from getting to the ball, I'm holding you accountable. I'm going to turn around and say, hey, you got to move. Like, I know you're not moving because I can't even go do my job. So it forces healthy accountability amongst teammates, you know, without coaches always being the one to say, hey, you're not getting there. Now it's teammate to teammate, which needs to happen in practice, holding each other accountable.
And you know what else? I know they got to be feeling that burn too, because that's a workout. That's a workout to constantly have to not only heat your feet, but you pulling somebody else's weight. That's a serious little workout. But let me tell you how you became like one of my favorite entrepreneurs that have ever stepped on the show, right?
Aww.
Cause I checked it out. I was like, oh, this is fly. This is super dope. I saw the videos. Let me tell you what you did that took it to that whole nother level. Tell me why you took this thing and went to lacrosse with it. I said, she switched the sport up on you. Hey, that's legendary. So this product is called in not just one sport. You can use this thing in lacrosse. Is there any other sports that you kind of dabble with and thought about, like, hey, we can use this in cheerleading? No, I don't know. Any other sports?
Yeah, tennis and handball. So we're going to launch in those two sports also.
Look, I don't even know if that was meant for y'all, but we already got it heard. You heard it here. It's coming in some other little sports as well. So real quick before we get off of this, man, we got about 2 minutes left before we move on in the show. IMG, like we've had we've had another coach of these famous high schools that came on this show, but I was looking at your pictures from IMG, and I mean, like, you shook hands with some of the dopest, the Don Staleys, the Genos. I mean, the just so many different personalities, and you had the opportunity to work with and coach Grace Van Sluten. She's an All-American, or at least a high school All-American. Where's she playing at right now?
She's at Oregon. She's at Oregon now.
Getting buckets.
Wonderful player, but even better human being. Hell of a work ethic, just talented kid. Let me make this clear. I say this all the time. We cannot take all the credit, coaches or an academy, for that young lady. And that goes for a lot of the kids that we are blessed to be a part of their journey. That kid walking in has been obviously touched by a lot of great people. They've trained her up correctly, from her parents to her prior trainers. Like, she was a pro walking in that door.
But it tells a story about you, though, Coach. It tells us, one, how much you believe in this product and how much I believe in the product too. And once y'all see this, y'all gonna be like, how did I not come up with this? Because this thing just makes perfect sense. But it shows, like, you've been in some major rooms. Like, you could still be coaching at a very high level some of the best athletes in the country, right? You have that platform and that capability, but you chose to follow this entrepreneurial path. So, well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you get the last word. Anything else you want to tell people about the defense on the string or your coaching career or anything like that before we move on to something a little bit challenging?
No, I just appreciate you guys having me on. And like I said, if anybody wants to check it out that has not heard about it, it's at www.defenseonastring.com. And we're going to continue doing big things. And we've got a lot in store coming up this year.
Well, we got a lot in store coming this year, but I got something in store for Kevin coming up right now. Coach Sep, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we go 1 versus 1, and you are now officially calling all the shots. We're going to put you in a situation to where you got to choose one or the other, and this thing gets pretty ugly. It's like two dogs going after a ball on the court. You know what I mean? Like that loose ball, you got two of them players diving. That's me and Kevin right now. All right. Have you ever played the game called Would You Rather before?
Yes.
All right, so the rules are very simple. Both Kevin and I will pitch a scenario to you. You select one of those scenarios or scenes or scenarios. I don't know. I'm from Louisiana, so but once you select one of those, you get that host gains a point. Whichever host gets the first 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And Coach, I'm just gonna let you guess who is the defending champ right now. I'm gonna let you.
It must be Mouth of the South the way you're talking.
Yeah, because he's just talking. That's what he does. He talks.
Hey, you saw who was being real quiet, huh? You saw who was being kind of quiet.
B. Jones, let me plead my case. You know, I always got to do
here
this.
We go with that Keith Sweat. Go on, Keith Sweat.
Oh, well, I'll beg. Coach, I'm the one that reached out to you, so I'm just show me a little grace. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
All right, B. Jones, come on.
Okay, here we go. I'll kick this thing off. Round number 1. Coach, would you rather coach a player that becomes a coach, wins a ring, and says they followed the Coach Sep blueprint and did it all following your path, or
coach a player that makes it to the WNBA, gets drafted number 1, and credits you for their success?
Oh, I don't know neither, because honestly, I don't know. I guess I would say, I don't know. I want kids or people to follow their journey. I hope I'm a part of it, but I don't need to be, I don't need the credit other than that. That's a tough one.
But you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
I guess repeat them. Sorry, repeat them.
All right. Coach a player that becomes a coach, wins a ring, and says, hey, I'm part of the Jennifer Sep coaching tree. I followed her blueprint. She taught me everything I know. Or
coach a player that makes it to the WNBA, is drafted number 1, and credits you for their success.
Okay, I'm going to say number 1 based on hoping that child can affect other kids. And if they follow my blueprint, then they loved up their kids, and they've just, created wonderful women out in the world.
I was gonna call y'all, Coach. I was like, you just said that. Hey, it's only so much you can do. I was like, this one right here, you're really making an impact. So
I know, but you guys, I got just a sidetrack when you talk about this stuff. I feel like everybody wants credit for everybody else's stuff and tags their name. So I'm so opposite.
Ooh.
And I know we all are a part of people's journeys, but I just pray that we I just wish people would take a little bit of a step back and let people shine. And it's okay to congratulate them without, tooting your horn with it. That's all. So I guess that's how it's hard for me to answer.
We're going to step back and let you enjoy this show, but I got to blow my own horn. Yeah! I got a point. I got the first point. Here we go. Round number 2. All right, here we go. Would you rather host a YouTube basketball instructional series where you get to interview professional ballers playing in the gyms what they grew up in while interviewing them, or
host your own food show where you interview athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns?
2.
Oh, thank you, Coach.
I love food, and I like knowing people on a whole different level. I think that just shows a lot about their personalities.
Yeah. All right, it's round number 3. Here we go.
Let's get it.
All right, so we have a segment on our show which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central on this channel here, where we introduce new shoes. We have the drop. So for round number 3, Coach, B. Jones is going to present a shoe. I'm going to present one. You pick who wins.
Okay.
All right, Coach, count us off. Count us off when you're ready.
1, 2,
I don't see any
3.
text-to-speech enabled
Here we-
books in your Kindle library. To see what books are trending.
So I gotta go. That's orange or is that red?
That's orange. These are the official defense on the string, Jays.
You know what he was doing?
You see, it's got the orange. It's got the orange bottom.
You got me. Kevin, I was going to give it to you if that was red, but I was having a feeling that was orange.
I got to bring my red ones up here, B. Golly, I keep losing because of that.
Hey, Coach Sepp. Yeah, that's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row.
Respect.
I love this part of the show. I first want to thank Bradenton, Florida. I want to thank IMG Academy. I want to send a special shout out to Coach Sepp. It's so hard to win 3. So this one means a lot to me. I'm going back to back like Lethal Weapon, like Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Oh, will you get on with the show? I don't want to hear all that.
Like Jordan 96, 97. All right, here we go, Coach. The title of the show is Sports Life Talks, You Got Next. All right. So you already know what this platform is about. We got to put people on game. Everybody's following you right now on Twitter and IG at Coach Jen Sep SEP. They own the website, but you got to tell us in your own words, what does the future hold for you, Coach Sep?
I take it a day at a time. I let God open those doors, but you will continue to see this name, Defense on a String, and I hope it goes global, and it will be a household name. I think everybody in the country will have this product sooner or later.
Mark Cuban, cut the check, man, and then call us.
All right, Coach, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you guys for doing this, reaching out to people and putting a show together. I love it. You guys got great energy, and it's fun to be on here.
Well, thank you, Coach. I had fun up until the championship rounds, but I'm in my feelings for a little bit, but I'm out of it now.
And I'm feeling good right now. So you're
it wasn't even about you. See, it wasn't about you just then. It was about me, and you jumped in and interjected.
Okay, go ahead and soak. All right.
Yes, let me. All right, Coach. So this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call out the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game ball to?
Durante Polite. He also coached with me at IMG Academy, and he's at Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the girls staff there. So I think that you will absolutely have a great time with him. Great human being. So I'm shouting him out for the next one.
All right, Coach Pro Life. Did I say that correct? Pro Light?
Polite.
Polite. All right.
Polite. Durante
We ain't
Polite.
gonna be rude. We ain't gonna be rude. We gonna be polite on this thing here, Coach. We're about to reach out to you. We want you to be on the show. We're gonna slide your DMs, please. We want you to become a part of our family. But Coach Sep, you are a trailblazer. You an innovator. You are the definition of the next level. You smart, you savvy, you easy on the eyes too, Coach. Hey, Coach Sep, you got next. We want to thank you so much for being on the show. You are a true visionary, and we want to be a part of your story as much as we possibly can. You let us know anything you need from us, but we really, truly, truly, truly thank you for sharing your story and your journey with our family. And listen, if you didn't smash that subscribe button or hit that like button at the beginning, now is the time. 30 minutes later, you heard us talk. We're having a good time. We need your support. We need your help to help us take this thing to our whole new level. 2023 has been a blessing already. The shows have been fresh out the box. I mean, these things have been nothing but heat, nothing but bangers. And if I showed y'all the slate of people, the names that are coming up, we got more hitters like this one coming down the pipeline. I'm telling y'all, lock in, stay tuned. And we shamelessly plugged it a couple of times, but please follow us and come hang out with us on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a live show. We don't just talk sports. We talk life. We talk sneakers. We talk conversation. I mean, it don't matter. If it ain't politics, we talking about it. We have a good time. And plus, you get to see me beat Kevin again, because I usually roast him with all of my debate topics. All right. So Kevin, what am I missing, man? Oh, don't give me that look. You already know I'm telling you the truth.
You don't know how to be humble, do you? That's the problem with you, man. You need to learn from Coach Jay. You need to be learning from Coach Jay. You need to learn how to be humble.
Humble goes a long way.
I ain't Kendrick Lamar.
Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. We really appreciate it. Whatever you need from us, please let us know. We got your back.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Hey, go make that money, Coach. Hey, check this out. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because like my grandma always taught me, we are better together. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.